just came in from the National Hurricane Center, and they're saying that the hurricane hunters found Ida is continuing to strengthen, and looks like now it has a 145 mile per hour winds, and it could get even stronger than that. It's 80 miles south-southeast of Grand Isle with 145 mile per hour winds, moving northwest at 15, and the central pressure looks like it's gone down just a bit. So 145 mile per hour winds. I think I said earlier that Category 5 was 155. It's actually 157 miles per hour. So we're getting closer and closer to Category 5 status. But right now it's a very, very powerful Category 4 storm. And, you know, the hurricane hunters have been in and out of this system all night last night and in and out this morning as well. And you can see there's one headed back out there right now. 145 miles per hour moving northwest at 15. And it's this is a very, very dangerous storm, folks. So hopefully you have done everything you can do to get prepared. Keep in mind that Randy and Chad were just talking a moment ago about cleaning your catch basins. It's not only your catch basins, but if there's debris in your neighborhood, you know, when the water level rises, when the flood waters rise, any debris in your neighborhood rises with the water, and then of course it all moves toward the drains, and all the debris heads towards the drains too. So if you just clean out your catch basins, that's good, but you know, if there's lots of debris in your neighborhood, they're going to be filled with all that debris very shortly when the water starts draining once again. So this is again, this is a very powerful, very dangerous storm. It's going to be an especially powerful storm for those of us on the South Shore. But look, you're in St. Tammany Parish and Lower Tangipahoa Home. You're going to be feeling some big impacts, especially those storm surge. You know, that Lee was just talking about how the storm surge numbers have gone up, and the question that came from Covington and Lacombe about storm impacts for you. One of the big ones is going to be storm surge at 5 to 8 feet is a possibility, especially if you're in Lacombe. One of our reporters was just out in Madisonville talking about how the Chafuncton River is starting to rise. All those rivers across parts of the North Shore, you know, the type of flooding that you usually get from this type of event or something even weaker than this, you know, expect that type of issue once again, and that's going to be your issue for the next several days, because you know how long it takes for those water levels to fall off. This storm, the eye is very well defined. It is an intense system. The winds up to 145 miles per hour. It's moving out over very, very warm water, and as you see, as the storm has gotten closer and closer to us here in southeast Louisiana, the water temperatures have gotten warmer and warmer, which is why we've seen the intensification that we've seen as this thing has gotten closer. The good news is that it's not deep warm water along the coastline. You know, down here in the Gulf of Mexico, the water temperatures deep into the Gulf were at 85 degrees. But it's not as deep here, but you know, it doesn't matter as much because it's not going to be too long before the storm makes landfall, and so it's not going to be over this water long enough to churn it enough to cool it off. So, you know, we're going to be feeling some big storm effects more and more as we go through the morning and definitely into the afternoon. We're already getting all the rainfall bands across the South Shore, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and they're starting to make their way into St. Tammany Parish right now as well. We've been talking about the wave heights and how high the waves are out here in the Gulf of Mexico at 38 feet, but now they're up to 26 feet just off of the coastline, the southeast Louisiana coastline specifically. And as the storm gets closer and moves over land, you know, the winds are going to have a big impact on us, especially in terms of knocking trees down. And you know, when trees go down, power lines go down, and you know, a lot of power poles in some parts of our area aren't that they've been there for a while, so it probably won't take too much to knock them down. And you know, when I showed you this yesterday, the landfall was a little bit further to the west than it's indicating this morning. So more of us down here on the South Shore are probably going to be experiencing those hurricane force winds as this storm makes its way further and further inland and then on to the North Shore. And you notice that a good portion of Tangipahoa Parish and St. Tammany Parish are within that orange color. And so that's an indication of some very strong wind speeds for you as well. You know, Washington Parish looks like you're going to escape the worst of the winds. But even in, Washington Parish, the extreme western edge of Washington Parish is going to experience some pretty intense weather as this storm makes its way inland. Later on this morning, this afternoon, and pretty much all afternoon long and into the evening hours as well. So, if we still have that picture from Terrebonne Parish, Amanda, that'd be a great thing to show, because we've been going around the entire area here in southeast Louisiana, showing you what our reporters are seeing out there, the heavy rainfall and the strong winds that are occurring right now. And that's going to be an issue for us pretty much all morning long. Right now, the winds are blowing up to 24 miles per hour in Buras and 14 on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, 22 miles per hour at the lakefront, and now they're gusting up to 46 over in Buras and 26 mile per hour wind gusts over towards Biloxi, and we'll see those numbers continuing to increase as well. So this is what Leah was talking about a moment ago, the new numbers from the National Hurricane Center in terms of the storm surge threat and the possibilities with storm surge all across the area, and up to 8 to 12 feet of possibility for folks in Terrebonne Parish. If you're in the from Port Fourchon, Grand Isle, the Plaquemines Parish area, 12 to 16 feet of storm surge is a big problem, is a big issue for you all, especially, Grand Isle. You've seen storm surge. I don't know if you've seen it this high before, but, you've definitely seen it up to 12 feet before, and you know what kind of damage that can do. If it gets up to 16, that is an incredible thing for you all to deal with in Grand Isle, Port Fourchon, and further inland as well. 8 to 12 feet for parts of St. Bernard Parish, Lake Borgne over towards the Mississippi Gulf Coast. 5 to 8 feet of storm surge on those probably St. Tammany Parish. 4 to 6 feet if you're anywhere around the northern edge of Lake Maurepas. And so, we're all of us down here on the South Shore under that storm surge warning, St. Tammany, Lower Tangipahoa, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, all under that storm surge warning. And now that the numbers are up to 145 miles per hour, we may see those numbers, those predictions for storm surge inch up as well. So if that happens, we'll be sure to get it to you right away. So once again, here's the National Hurricane Center forecast track. Northwest at 15, 145 mile per hour winds, still expected to make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane with 145 mile per hour winds. And if you've been watching this, yesterday and the day before, we've been talking about how it looks like it's going to decrease in intensity as it makes its way further and further inland, and becoming a tropical storm not long after it makes this landfall. That does not seem to be the case anymore. It's going to maintain that hurricane strength at least through its impact on the North Shore and then into the Mississippi Gulf Coast, where it's eventually going to become a tropical storm and a remnant low as it makes its way across the Tennessee Valley. But this is not good news for us at all. Notice the area of uncertainty has gotten much smaller than it was yesterday, and so we have high confidence that the landfall is right in this area. So big impacts for the folks down here. Lots of catastrophic damage is a real possibility for all of us across the South Shore and for parts of the North Shore as well. Let me take you through the global forecast model, put this into motion, show you that the landfall that this model is indicating around 2 o'clock this afternoon. And that could be a little bit earlier or a little bit later, but the landfall is in about the same area as being indicated by the National Hurricane Center forecast track. I want to point out to you the winds, the constant southerly, if not southeasterly winds pushing water up against those southern facing and southeastern facing shorelines, Mississippi Gulf Coast as well. The reason for the storm surge warnings that are in place right now. I'll put this into motion. This is 2 o'clock this afternoon. 24 hours later, 2 o'clock on Monday, this storm has made its way into Mississippi, dropping lots of rain still on the North Shore and the Mississippi Gulf Coast, but mostly in parts of Mississippi, then on across the Tennessee Valley. The tail end of it still having an impact on us here in southeast Louisiana, even into Wednesday. Here we go for the European model. I'll put this into motion. Landfall around 2 o'clock this afternoon, about the same location, and then 24 hours later into Mississippi, and then eventually across the Tennessee Valley. So we're going to check on the latest other information that's coming from the National Hurricane Center, and I'll be back with that information for you